Former presidential spokesperson Dr. Doyin Okupe says the leadership crisis bedeviling Rivers State is a total misfortune. Okupe, who was a Director General of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, said this in an interview with the news agency of Nigeria on Sunday in Lagos State, stressing that the problem requires a political solution. Reacting, however, Okupe said the crisis in the state was caused by disregard for rules and laws. The former presidential spokesperson said while the judiciary could help to put things right, the best way to end the festering crisis is to proffer a political solution. According to him, this is a total misfortune, and the real issue, if we look at it properly, is that we do not obey our laws. If only we obey our laws, this situation cannot surface at all. The courts have to help. The judiciary must be consistent, fair, and judge according to law and not any other sentiment. Let us all obey our laws and our rules and let the court adjudicate according to the law, and anybody who flouts the law should pay for it. The way things are going in Rivers right now is dangerous, but a political solution is what I will suggest. As a very experienced politician, he said. While stressing the need for a political solution, Okupe says politics is about interest and that the crisis will end if the interests of the disagreeing parties are discussed and reconciled, he continues to say. In all my years of politics, I have never seen anything in this world that a political solution cannot resolve in all political disagreements. Honorable Lance.
Yes, Chairman.
What is your take?
First of all, I want to appreciate Dr. Okupe for what he has said. But you and I will agree that we've gone past, in the case of the feud between the governor of Rivers State and the warring parties, it's beyond where we'll now start considering political solutions, because the time that we talked about political solutions came and passed, and now all parties are in court. And I think if you ask me right now, just like he said, although that it is dangerous, but I think that the people who are really, really in need of a resolution on this issue are the good people of Rivers State. Because if you ask me, the governor or the government, the executive arm of the state has, by the Constitution of Nigeria, to act in certain positions, especially when needs arise. And that is what the governor has been doing so far. Okay. But now, if you look at the people who are suffering, who are those suffering? The members of the constituents that ordinarily are the real owners of the seats that are vacant within the State House of Assembly. And because everybody, especially the good people of Rivers State, continue to keep quiet and allow these things to continue, it has created a lot of room. And I think that this is the time that constituents need to take it upon themselves to start recalling these people, no matter whatever the judicial decisions can be. I think that there is need for them to start doing the recalling of these sacked assembly members. No matter the field, no matter the issue, no matter the misunderstanding, until a court of competent jurisdiction, because just like if you saw what happened in the appeal court, which although we have limit to things we can talk about, you understand that the appeal court only, try to explain jurisdiction, but the appeal court didn't go deep into the issue, whether they were sacked or not sacked, whether they are still valid members or not. And while that continues to, rally on, you see that the seats are still open. Now, issues bordering on the state, on the people, laws that ought to be made for the people, and as well as, the relationship between the executive arm and the legislative arm, that's supposed to be, working in amity together, there continue to be a loophole. So I think that if you ask me on this issue, it's as good as no matter whatever the legal resolutions or justifications can be much later, because we know that this matter will continue to drag on. Just like the other arm, the governor's team, Right Honorable Victor Okojombo, who happens to be the speaker, has said that he's going to Supreme Court. And you know that going to Supreme Court will also continue to take, our time, and the people will continue to suffer. So I think that at this moment, not minding political resolution as a Christian by our brother Dr. Okupe, I think that the good people of Rivers State need to start recalling these members so that INEC can come and conduct a by-election immediately. Then while INEC is preparing, no matter whatever the outcome of the elections are, then maybe they can know their fate.
All right. Very quickly, you have spoken with respect to the disregard to the rules and laws. You have spoken about the legislative arm of government, the Rivers State House of Assembly. And while you were making your statement, you were saying that they have sacked lawmakers.
Absolutely.
And if you recall, one of the rulings of the appeal court was to void the order or the ruling that declared their seats vacant and that sacked them. Because, hold on, because the appeal court said that that particular trial court did not have the jurisdiction. Therefore, the appeal court voided all the proceedings and all the rulings of that trial court. So probably it would be fair to say that there are two factional House of Assemblies in Rivers State pending the outcome of whatever happens in Supreme Court and whatever happens with respect to the litigation with whether they will still be lawmakers or not. So you were calling them sacked lawmakers. We still have to obey the rules, and part of it, in obedience to Nigerian Constitution, is that when a court gives an order, we stick to that order. Yeah.
Sorry, Shoma, before you go on, I think I need to put a little thing straight. Maybe you didn't get my point, because
I got your point.
The reason why I called them,
hear me.
I agree, and that is the reason why I needed to throw this clarity.
All right.
The reason why I call them sacked and they remain sacked is that the appeal court, listen, there is a court injunction already instituted at a federal high court by the ADC-led Ehie.
What's the name of the justice, please?
That's Justice Danagogo. Do you understand? And before that time, only what Justice Wali only did was restraining them from parading themselves, because already their seat has already been declared vacant, which they did not, appeal. Now, if the appeal court...
Justice Danagogo, hold on, you're misrepresenting facts.
No, go ahead.
Hold on. Justice Danagogo recognized Edison Ehe as the Speaker of the House. He did not declare their seats vacant. That's the wrong information.
No, if you recall vividly that Right Honorable Edison Ehe, as the Speaker, once he was recognized, had the capacity to declare their seats vacant.
Please hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
If you recall, even the authenticity of Edison Ehe was being contested.
Okay.
Hence, if you recall, Edison Ehe and the others were suspended. It was from suspension that they held their plenary and Edison Ehe emerged. And they now had to go to court to authenticate their speakership and their house as well. Justice Danagogo granted their prayer. Their prayer was authenticating Edison Ehe as a Speaker of the House and authenticating that House. Their prayer was not to declare the seats of Martin Samehule vacant. And Edison Ehe did that as a Speaker, which Martin Samehule went to Justice Omotosho of the Federal High Court challenging that. And Justice Omotosho of the Federal High Court, in his ruling, recognized Edison Ehe, Martin Samehule as the authentic Speaker of the House, and also recognized the lawmakers, the defecting lawmakers, as members of Rivers State House of Assembly. Hence the subsisting interlocutory injunction pending the outcome of the suit. What Justice Wali did was to give an ex parte order first, declaring their seats vacant. And then at the expiration of the ex parte order, he now gave an interlocutory injunction, still declaring their seats vacant, barring the governor and other people from interfacing with them in that capacity, and also stopping them from parading themselves as speakers and members of Rivers State House of Assembly. And then Martin Samehule and the others had to appeal that particular ruling. I hope I've made that clear. So let's not misrepresent us. But then I don't want us to hold on. That's a different conversation. Okay. I needed to make that clear because on my show there is something. No, I get everything properly. I get everything properly.
When I have the floor, I will.
Yes, you can still pull that. But on my show, I'm very particular about one thing. Not misrepresenting.
Absolutely,
you can have your argument, you can state it, but they are not sacked. They are not sacked according to because the appeal court has it's a court of competent jurisdiction, and they voided the jurisdiction,
the capacity and the qualification. What makes a state high court? What gives them the capacity to, try such a matter? Because by right, by what the Constitution has already interpreted, the state high court doesn't have the capacity.
So if the state high court, let's just make it very pedestrian.
Like I said, sorry, if they don't have the issue that we should keep it for another time.
If they don't, since you don't want to let it go,
these issues are already in federal high court.
Honorable land.
Okay.
If the state high court does not have the jurisdiction to entertain the matter, and the matter was appealed, and an appeal court voided the proceedings, the appeal court voided the rulings, and the appeal court clearly stated that they don't even have the jurisdiction, and in their statement do not have any justification whatsoever to even entertain the suit. What did the appeal court void? It was declaring their seat vacant.
No,
that was
correct.
Hold on. What was the ruling of Justice Wale? I still have it. I do not want us to actually delve into this because it's taking away from the disregard to rules and the laws, and I will not let you continue with that. So let's stick to that and leave the appeal court matter. Is a conversation for another day. Okay. But it will not be fair when an appeal court has said something and you come out and speak your own as a Nigerian. The court should be honored and respected, particularly on my show.
No, absolutely. We are respecting the court and we are not violating whatever. What we only say was that based on interpretation of the appeal court.
Say the factional Martin Samehule and Okojombo, there are two factional River State House of Assembly, and we'll leave it at that.
We'll move on.
Please. Yes. So have your own say.
Choma, I hope you will recall Honorable Lance and myself to dive on this issue, because this particular appeal court judgment is the most primary judgment I have seen being read out in Nigeria.
First of all, let's look at
No, it's because of the confusion and the way Honorable Lance is taking it. He's removing a court has somebody made an appeal on what has been adjudicated, and there is a blanket adjudication by the lower court. And you went to you went to a higher court, and the higher court said, from ab initio, in the sight of the law, just like what happened with respect to him, to the former governor of Rivers State, Celestine Omeha, that in the eyes of the law, we are not a governor. So they said, in this particular case that he came to you, all the prayers, they didn't remove any. All the prayers that came to you, whether vacant, whether all the prayers that these people brought to you with regards to the assembly issue, you did not have the jurisdiction to entertain it. What else? That means everything therein is null and void. You have to go and look for the court, which also the appeal court in their own wisdom has also pointed out to them and say, go to the federal high court. That is where those people that have the jurisdiction. And the Honorable Lance is coming on a national television to, make his own assertion. I mean, that is very, very uncharitable. And, whenever we come here, we educate the public, especially the Nigerian people that are not here. All right. We begin to tell them what happens.
Yes. Now, before we go on, there is a breaking news. There is an update that we need to handle right now.